Hola a todos y cómo estás? I hope you people are doing really great, and I know that there's a screen acting as a barrier between us, but if it weren't for COVID, I would have loved to share my thoughts and experiences with you all in person. But let's forget the gap right now because it's meant for our safety and health. So the topic that I'm going to talk about is a very private thing to me, so bear with me if I go a bit informal during this conversation so that you people find me relatable. Now the topic is about how I became a good orator, or how I effortlessly, fluently, confidently started speaking in front of people without having a second thought. Now this process didn't happen within one night. It took me years and years to understand that I could do it, and after 2 years I am here confidently presenting myself in front of you. But before diving into the topic, I would like to say that there's a philosophy that I firmly believe in. I would like to share it with you all. Now, the philosophy is that your every action, every behavior, everything, even a goal that you want to achieve, has a particular cause behind it. And likewise, my journey to become an effortless, fluent speaker has a journey behind it, and I would like to share it with you all. Now, this thing started as a kid. I was scaredy cat, scared of everything, expressing myself in front of my people, family, friends. I was that kid who used to sit in the class and go unnoticed because I didn't speak. I was anxious about presenting myself or even raising a question in front of the class because I was legit scared, while my peers out there raised their hands, smiled and cackled with everyone. I missed a lot of opportunities because of this inability of mine to concentrate on my self-worth. So it took a lot of years. I know I'm exaggerating it, but it definitely took me years to understand and create the personality I want it to be. Now as a child, I didn't take part or participate any of the competitions because I thought being in your comfort zone is a very important thing to me, but you can't be in your comfort zone all the time. And that came to me very hard pressing upon me in my 9th grade. I clearly remember my teacher asking me to come to her office, and she demanded that you need to present a quote in front of the school on a particular date. And after a few days, I went on the stage, expressed the quote, and within 4 minutes of blankness, anxiety, and sweating profusely, I stepped down. Now it isn't as if I wasn't exposed to a lot of things earlier, but anxiety is innate. That day I went home and said I wouldn't do a single thing like this again in my life. But destiny had different things for me in its book. So after finishing 10th, I had started upon my new journey in my 11th standard junior college, where I met a teacher, a professor, who kind of influenced me, particularly me, to express my opinions in class or even participate forcefully in competitions even if I don't want to or didn't want to. That happened. One day, that teacher came to me and my friend, and she influenced us somehow to participate in reciting a poem in Hindi on Teachers' Day. Teachers' Day came, I stepped on the podium, started reciting my poem as if I wanted to catch the burning train to save the people. I stepped down and my teacher went like, "Dear, you did great, but you need confidence." That's the point where I thought I could give it another try, and the next year when I was in 12th, I again acted on impulse and registered myself for a poem reciting competition, but this time in English. I went, recited my thing, and after it ended, the whole room started applauding me for me, and I felt for the first time in my life appreciated. Now that has happened, and from that day I decided that I won't give up. I will try and keep on trying until I get or become a good speaker that I want to be. After 12th, I got selected via auditions in a debating club in my college, and that has helped me to begin this path of becoming a confident person. Now it has been 2 years since I'm talking, expressing myself to people, and this journey has been amazing. The first thing that I did when I wanted to be a good speaker was to determine a cause, was to determine a goal for which I had to act effortlessly, endlessly, and there were many hard works, hardships and endeavors, adversaries that I need to do, and I did work upon it, I did act upon it. The first thing that I did was to observe people. I love observing people, and that's what helped me to understand and grasp all the non-verbal communication that people around me are sending to me, because I firmly believe that while communicating, it's a two-way process. So I acted upon it, started observing people from different cultures, started watching different videos, and even as most people do, I started watching to videos of great people, great personalities, about how they speak, they carry themselves out there, how they use intonations while expressing themselves. But to no use, it didn't work for me, because I am here battling my anxiety, and they on the other end are people who are already used to it. So I found a way that suits me in particular, and I started working upon it. I said to myself that I don't need other people's inspiration for making me a confident person. I need to find a suitable thing, a suitable method that I am comfortable with, so that it shapes my personality and makes me stand out in front of people. So I started observing. That's a key ingredient. The second is reading a lot. I've observed this case particularly with me, that reading a lot gives you a lot of knowledge, and knowledge comes with confidence. Okay, there might be exceptions, but this case worked for me. I read a lot, started to have different judgments about it. As I started speaking in front of people, I got to know that as a speaker, as a good speaker, you need to be responsible, you need to be unbiased, unprejudiced, and express yourself in a way that hurts nobody. I learned that skill within 2 years, and now I don't give a damn about how I should express myself. I can do it effortlessly right now. And the third thing that you need to do is analyze your target audience. That's the thing that I learned while completing a course. That you need to keep in mind with which age of audience are you interacting with. You need to understand, analyze their understanding, their method of perspectives, and then continue the conversation. That helped me a lot. The fourth thing is to keep on learning. If you have an attitude that makes you read, learn, no matter what, you'll obviously come to a point where it is easy for you to express yourself and be more skillful. These things help me. Now, when it comes to taking action, I still fear and get scared, because I don't know what I will be just babbling out in front of people. Again, my articulation might go wrong. I might be sweating beads. But then I never gave up. I never gave up because I thought I have come this far to complete and accomplish a goal. If I don't do so, this will be just waste of time and waste of endeavor in general. So even if I don't get a prize or don't feel appreciated, I at least feel confident right now. And that's the biggest step a person can take to be confident in general. Now, why I took up oratory is because I feel that makes you knowledgeable. When you are trying to speak up about a certain concept in front of people, you definitely need to research a lot, read a lot. That makes you knowledgeable, that makes you an intellectual person. So it's like killing two birds with an arrow. That happened, and that worked for me. I started watching different movies, different cultural TV serials and dramas, so that I can actually get their body language and start enhancing my capabilities of acting at least confident, even so I am not confident. The another thing is I practice a lot by talking to myself, talking to walls, talking to people, but mostly talking to yourself works a lot. I just imagine that I need to talk to people as if I'm an erudite scholar, and that has helped me a lot. Now, here I am, just a commoner like you, but there's a difference that we did. Some of y'all didn't take the step, while many of us suffering from glossophobia or maybe public anxiety did. We never gave up. Even though I remember getting embarrassed in front of an elocution competition that was held somewhere in Pune, I went up to the podium and just talked about something that was off the topic for whole 6 minutes, and yet at the end was feeling confident. I was like, even if I don't win it, I am happy. I was like, hush. But that kind of gave me a different boost. My personality was shaped in a different way. Now I'm more confident with sharing my thoughts in front of you. Now, sharing your thoughts on a different level takes courage. So even if you mess it up, don't give up. That's what I suggest people should be doing. And I hope you find this thing relatable. And this is how I became a confident person and sharing my views and thoughts with people. I hope you like this journey of mine and the points that I help